Anna had always considered herself a skeptic, someone who needed tangible evidence to believe in anything beyond the ordinary. However, her stay in that house profoundly challenged her perception of reality. The moment I set foot in that house, something felt off, she recounted, her voice still tinged with astonishment and a slight chill. It was an odd sensation, as if the air was humming with static electricity. Initially, Anna dismissed it as stress from moving and the unfamiliarity of a new environment. But over time, the strange occurrences became more pronounced. Doors would swing open and shut without any breeze. Lights flickered without reason. At night, whispers seemed to come from everywhere and nowhere at once. At first, Anna tried to rationalize everything. She sought logical explanations for every odd event, but the unease only grew within her. It culminated in an event that sent shivers down her spine. One night, Anna was jolted awake. Moonlight softly bathed the room, and that was when she saw it. A dark, tall, and slender figure stood at the foot of her bed. Its features were indistinguishable, but Anna felt its gaze boring into her. A chill spread through her body. Fear rooted her in place. She couldn't scream or move. The figure lingered there for what felt like an eternity before vanishing. Anna lay trembling, her heart racing uncontrollably. Sleep eluded her for the rest of the night. The next morning, she hunted for logical explanations for what she had seen, but none were forthcoming. From that night on, the house turned hostile. The feeling of being watched amplified, and the whispers grew more frequent and distinct. Anna felt as if something or someone was stalking her in the shadows. Eventually, she couldn't bear it any longer and decided to move out. Though she left the house behind, the experience haunted her. Anna now understood that some things defy logical explanation and that the paranormal world is indeed real. The Tale of Carlos. As a paranormal investigator, I have visited numerous places known for being haunted. Old mansions, abandoned hospitals, forgotten cemeteries. I have witnessed inexplicable phenomena, but what I experienced in that old hospital surpassed anything I had encountered before. Carlos begins in a grave and measured tone. The hospital had been closed for decades, and its appearance was eerie. The peeling walls, boarded up windows, and the deathly silence created an oppressive atmosphere. I walked through the dark hallways and dusty rooms, feeling a constant sensation of being watched. While exploring one of the operating rooms, I heard a whisper that chilled my blood. It was a weak, almost inaudible voice that seemed to come from nowhere. I stopped dead in my tracks, trying to locate the source of the sound, but there was no one there. The voice whispered my name. I felt a shiver run through my entire body. I couldn't explain it, but I knew that voice was not human. It was a spectral voice, a voice from beyond. From that moment on, the atmosphere in the hospital became denser, heavier. The whispers grew more frequent, and I began to hear other strange noises. Footsteps in the empty hallways, moans and laments that seemed to come from the walls. I decided to leave the hospital, but the experience left a mark on me. The voice that whispered my name echoed in my head, and the feeling of being watched accompanied me for days. Since then, I have continued to investigate paranormal phenomena, but I have never heard a voice like that again. A voice that whispered in my ear and revealed to me that we are not alone in this world. The story of Maria. Since I was a child, I have had the ability to communicate with spirits. At first, it scared me, but over time I learned to control it and understand that it was a gift. Maria begins in a calm, yet mysterious tone. I have witnessed many inexplicable things, but one experience in particular deeply impacted me. It was during a session where I was trying to contact the spirit of a deceased person. As I concentrated, I felt a presence approaching. a cold, vibrant energy that sent chills down my spine. Suddenly, I heard a voice in my mind. It was a weak, anguished male voice.
Welcome to the empty.
The spirit revealed details about his death. He told me he had been murdered in a settling of scores and that his body had been thrown into a river.
No!
The description he gave me of the place was so precise that I could identify it on a map. Once the authorities were notified, the river in question was dredged, and incredibly, the body was found just as the entity that communicated with me had described. It was a shocking experience. I felt the spirit's sadness and pain, and I could understand the injustice of his death. I was deeply moved by his need to be heard and for his story to be told. After that session, I felt exhausted but also comforted. I had helped the spirit find peace and reveal the truth about his death. This experience confirmed to me that my gift is real and that I can use it to help others. Spirits have stories to tell, and I am their bridge to the world of the living. Reflections on Maria's story. The 3 stories recounted here open up a world of possibilities about communication with spirits and the existence of life after death. Their accounts invite us to reflect on various aspects of spirituality. The nature of mediumship. How is it possible that some people have the ability to communicate with spirits? Is it a gift or a skill that can be developed? What happens after death? Is there a spiritual life where spirits can communicate with us? Are mediums a bridge between the world of the living and the dead? Can they help spirits find peace and reveal the truth? All these questions are fascinating and invite us to meditate deeply. Nina Kulagina was an enigmatic figure who rose to fame in the 1960s in the Soviet Union. She claimed to have the ability to move small objects without touching them, using only her mind. Her alleged telekinetic abilities made her a topic of great interest and controversy in both scientific circles and the general public. Numerous scientific experiments were conducted to study Kulagina's abilities. Researchers from various fields, such as physics, psychology, and medicine, observed and documented her supposed feats. Some of these experiments seemed to show that Kulagina could move small objects, like matches, ping-pong balls, and compasses, without physical contact. Despite the scientific attention she received, the results of the experiments with Kulagina were inconclusive. Some researchers suggested that her abilities might be genuine, while others raised the possibility that she used tricks or undisclosed methods to achieve the movements of the objects. The lack of definitive evidence and the difficulty in replicating her feats under controlled conditions led many scientists to be skeptical of her claims. The figure of Nina Kulagina generated great controversy. While some believed in her paranormal powers, others accused her of being a fraud who used tricks to deceive researchers. The debate over the authenticity of her abilities continues to this day. Despite the controversy surrounding her, Nina Kulagina remains a fascinating character in the history of paranormal phenomena. Her case invites us to reflect on the limits of science and the possibility that there are phenomena we still do not understand. The Hessdalen lights are an intriguing phenomenon occurring in a valley in Norway, where bright lights appear and disappear without explanation. These lights have puzzled scientists and curious onlookers for decades, and various theories have been proposed to explain their origin, but none have been conclusively confirmed. What are the Hessdalen lights? The Hessdalen lights are flashes of light that manifest in the sky of the Hessdalen Valley in Norway. These lights vary in size, shape, and color, and can appear and disappear suddenly or persist for hours. Some lights are white and bright, while others have yellow, green, or red hues. They often move at high speed and change direction unpredictably. Theories about their origin. Various theories have been proposed to explain the Hessdalen lights, but none have been conclusively confirmed. Some of the most popular theories include natural phenomena. Some scientists suggest that the lights could be caused by natural phenomena, such as electrical discharges in the atmosphere, auroras, or even light reflections on dust or ice particles in the air. Human activity. Another theory is that the lights could be caused by human activity, such as vehicle traffic, lights from nearby cities, or even secret military experiments. Paranormal phenomena. The idea that the Hessdalen lights may have a paranormal origin is one of the most intriguing and debated aspects of this phenomenon. Some believe they could be manifestations of ghosts or spirits inhabiting the valley. This theory is based on the idea that places with strong energetic or emotional charges can be the scene of paranormal phenomena, such as the appearance of inexplicable lights or shadows. Ghosts and spirits. Some people believe that the Hessdalen lights could be of paranormal origin, such as ghosts, spirits, or even extraterrestrial ships. Scientific research. Several scientific investigations have been conducted to study the Hessdalen lights. Scientists have used cameras, radars, and other instruments to record and analyze the lights. However, the results of these investigations have not been conclusive. While some theories, such as human activity, have been ruled out, the exact origin of the lights remains a mystery. Hessdalen is an enigma that reminds us that there are still unresolved mysteries and that we have much to learn from our planet.